There is a question that play on my mind. What we know about eggs in our country? Before we want to know more, I will introduce myself first. My name is Muhammad Haikal Ashraf bin Muhammad Helmi. Okay, first of all, eggs are an important raw material in Malaysia. There is fact about our country is also the highest egg consumer in the world. Our country ranks 6 in eggs consumption in a day. An interesting fact that average Malaysian consumes 30 billion eggs a day or 930 billion a month. Fluctuation in the price of eggs cause various problems for consumer and suppliers. Causes the price increase are unregulated smuggling, export activities to gain profit, and the increase in cost experienced by producer.
The definition of demand is the ability and the willingness of a consumer to buy goods and service at a certain price level, place and time range, ceteris paribus, while supply can be defined as the producer's ability and willingness to supply different quantities of goods and services at different possible price and time range, ceteris paribus. Lastly, market equilibrium is a condition whereby quantity demanded and quantity supplied are equal. Market equilibrium of egg. Demand of egg change due to price. The price increase from PO to P1 and quantity demanded fall from QO to Q1 units. It is known as contraction in demand, while supply of egg change due to other factors, whereas the price of the egg itself remains unchanged. Supply curve shift leftward from SO to S1 where the price remains at PO but quantity supply decrease from QO to Q1. This is the price of an egg in 2021. For grade A, the old price is 0.44 cents, while the new price is 0.47 cents. For grade B, the old price is 0.42 cents and the new price is 0.45 cents. And lastly, for grade C, the old price is 0.40 cents and the new price is 0.43 cents. There was a chicken egg supply shortage crisis in 2022. The price of chicken eggs has risen sharply. The price of grade A and grade B eggs is 60 cents per egg. There are also producers who sell eggs at a price of RM17 to RM20 per egg board. This has caused the household to be burdened. The demand for eggs is very high, but the production of eggs is limited. This causes shortage in the egg market. High demand causes production to decrease. Producers raise price, causing buyers to reduce demand for eggs. So producers must lower their price and the government must fund a solution to this problem.
Fact that we must know that Malaysia is one of the net exporters of egg in the neighborhood country, such as Singapore keep getting import chicken eggs from Malaysia, as this country is the exporter in the market. But don't expect perfectness from a country. Even though Malaysia is the exporter at Southeast Asia, we still face microeconomic issues. Hi, my name is Muhammad Syamil Misbaat, and I will present to you guys about causes and the effect of increasing the price of chicken egg. First and foremost is smuggling from neighboring country. In the early November 2022, Special Task Force Against Inflation, Chairman Anwar Musa pointed out that the smuggling of eggs to neighboring countries such as Thailand was also causing the supply shortage. According to a report from Bernama, Mr. Anwar said that the root cause for this shortage was the price of chicken eggs in Thailand being higher than in Malaysia. Among all the neighboring countries, Malaysia has the lowest price of eggs in the market. For instance, 1 dozen grade C eggs cost RM 4.92 in Malaysia, but in Thailand it is equivalent to RM 7.42. So, no wonder the idea of smuggling the eggs could cross someone's mind, because they see benefit in things even though by achieving it in illegal. The next one is rising cost of poultry breeder. The Minister of Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs, Alexander Nantalingi, In Utusan Malaysia, he said that rising costs of operation for poultry breeders, such as chickens, ducks and geese, have forced them to limit their livestock, which then causing the suspension in the supply of chicken eggs in the markets of several states. On 4 August 2022, it is stated in The Star that Mazlina Kamarudin, the managing director of Wismi Empire Sdn Bhd, said the high price of chicken feed like soy and corn, as well as other raw materials, is among factors leading to the cost of rearing chickens being high. The price of chicken feed has increased from 80 ringgit Malaysia to 135 ringgit Malaysia since October last year. It was only this month that the price was reduced by 1 ringgit Malaysia. I'm worried that if the price continues to drop and farmers continue to suffer losses, they may stop rearing again. It may eventually cause another shortage later. As farmers, we always want sufficient supply of chicken in the market sold at affordable price. She added, "Issue is crucial because people only think how the chicken produced and not how to deal with maintenance that really need to take care to produce chicken eggs." Last but not least is chicken not capable of producing more eggs. As Maidan Malaysia Executive Director Azman Saduruddin said, we are now selling about 1 ton of chicken in each of the 5 hypermarkets in the northern region daily. But for eggs, if we order about 300 trays of them, the supplier can only deliver about 100. So there is a shortage of grade C eggs especially. The supplier also argued that the shortage was due to recent batches of chicken being red, which are not capable of producing large amount of eggs. This means the chicken is not in the best shape and not receive high quality of food and environment to produce lots of eggs, which then can cause even more problem to the shortage of eggs. It's always effect after the causes, and for this macroeconomic issue, the effect is panic buying. Panic buying can be understood as the action of buying large quantities of a particular product or commodity due to sudden fears of a forthcoming shortage or price. Prior to these macroeconomic issues, Arifin Samsudin, the Ministry Director of Kuala Lumpur, said that panic buying can do nothing but only worsen the current shortage of chicken egg. We are monitoring the situation and checking up on it with 90 enforcement officers and 83 price check officers on the ground, looking at wholesalers, suppliers, markets, supermarkets and grocery stores. Our checks show that there is indeed a shortage of eggs, especially in the evenings, as we believe people are panic buying earlier in the day. In fact, some stores have taken to limiting the number of eggs each customer can buy, even though we have not issued any orders from them to do so, he said after an inspection at a supermarket in Setiawangsa. The Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs Ministry has advised people not to panic buying eggs, promising to solve the egg shortage currently being faced in the federal capital.
Today, the issue of egg has become a popular topic among Malaysians. This is due to the smuggling the eggs to neighboring. The main way to overcome the problem of rising price of goods is to set a price ceiling and regular monitoring by the authorities. This price control method has already been assimilated by the Ministry of Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs. Setting ceiling price on egg is significant enough to help ease the financial burden of the community, especially the poor. In line with those measures, strict monitoring and action by the authorities against traders needs to be increased. This is because there are reports by the media that traders only follow the price set by the authorities when they monitor. If there is no monitoring by the authorities, then the price will be increased according to their wishes. As a result, the authorities need to set a price ceiling and conduct regular monitoring to overcome the problem of rising price of egg. Other than that, the increase in egg price can be overcome by effectively controlling the import and export of the product. We have a high percentage of food imports because we cannot afford to depend on local production. If we have not succeeded in producing a sufficient supply of food and other products for domestic demand, the method of importing food is justified. Because of this, the authorities can control imports and export and ensure that the price of goods does not rise. For an example, when the price of egg goes up, the government needs to allow suppliers to import more eggs, and from more affordable suppliers. The government also needs to ensure that the import supply pass the safety standards set by the relevant agencies. According to him, the increase in the price of goods can be curbed by controlling import and exports.
As a wrap-up of all that has been said above, it may be concluded that egg is an essential food component in our lives. About 30 million chicken eggs a day, or 930 million a month, nationwide is consumed by Malaysia's consumers. Changes price of eggs can influence the community. In this situation, an increased price of eggs can change consumers' ability to buy or purchasing power. The smuggling of eggs to neighboring, which is Thailand, is the main causes which is influencing demand and supply curve in the current market. The reason why this situation happened because the price of chicken eggs in Thailand are being higher than in Malaysia. So, as a producers, we are always want to gain higher profit when we sell something. So, this is why the smuggling of eggs is happening. What we can see is when the price of eggs is increased, demand curve will be contraction due to the price changes, while supply curve will shift to the left due to the other factors, which is smuggling the eggs to neighbor. So, in the market equilibrium, when the price of eggs are increased while the quantity of eggs are decreased, it may causes a shortage in the egg sales market because quantity demand is greater than quantity supply. There are two ways to overcome the problem by the government, and the first one is set a price ceiling. This price control method is to help ease the financial burden, especially to the poor community. And the second way to overcome the problem is to control import and export of eggs. If we want to get back to normal price of egg, government should allow suppliers to import more eggs. To conclude, a problem about an essential food component should be taken an action from the government. It is because the government is the only one who has a power in the market to control everything.